Dear Pat Nation, it's just about time. Yeah, we're back. You know it's Dear Pat's Nation. Nation. Yeah. It's Dear Pat's Nation. Nation. Come on. Yeah, it's Dear Pat's Nation. And the show starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go. Hello, Michael.
Yeah. Hello, Ray. How
Welcome
are you?
to the good. Welcome to the dearest of the dearest of the dearest of the dearest Pat's Nation. Listen. Patriots had a soft ass schedule. And beat pretty decent Chargers team on the weekend. The Patriots
You did?
won a postseason game for the first time since winning the Super Bowl in the year 2019, also known as the 2018 season. Drake Maye wins his debut playoff game, and Mike Vrabel wins his first playoff game as the first season for the Patriots as the coach. Won a couple of Super Bowls as a player from time to time. Was headbutting without a helmet.
Awesome.
It was a good Sunday. It's Tuesday today.
Yeah.
So, like, some of that excitement is worn off. I'm already, last night's debacle in, Pittsburgh and just Aaron Rodgers being an old man and Mike Tomlin going to be the next Ravens head coach and John Harbaugh the next Steelers head coach, which would be the funniest thing in the history of football.
Hey, guys, you want to switch? Let's switch.
And they've been coaches for those teams, like, almost just as long. And imagine, like, Tomlin had to have hated the Ravens and the Harbaugh had to have hated the Steelers. Now you just do the switch and you got to hate the other team.
What's funny is for all that talk of like that heated rivalry is supposedly they're like really good friends during the offseason.
Absolutely. Well, it's like Pete Carroll hated the Patriots, but like him and Belichick were boys.
Yeah.
So I've been added to this like reunion group chat. And like from my past, right? And it was one of those ones, like I was in a meeting and I came out, looked at my phone, and it's like, you have 1,000 new Facebook notifications. And I'm like, the fuck? It wasn't 1,000, but it was close to it. And I click on it, and it's like all these people like talking about a reunion, and I'm going through this shit, and people are saying hello to me. Like, nice to catch up. And I'm like screenshotting people, sending it to my sister and being like, who the fuck is this guy?
I haven't talked to you in so long. Yeah, you too. You?
I think I was like honestly 16 the last time I would have seen all of these people. Some of them I remember. Some of them I remember because I was like tight with them. Okay. Right? It was like this like campground we used to go to when we were like from like the age of like 10 to 16. You know what I mean? So like we became friends as kids, and then we were, and then as teenagers we were friends, and like, when you got a bunch of 16-year-old boys and girls drinking, there's a lot of promiscuous stuff happening.
Yeah.
As teenagers would at the lake. There was a rock literally shaped like a bed. It was called bedrock. So I remember some of the people. Mm-hmm. Some of the women have changed their last name. So
understandable.
And they're like 40 now, and they were 16 the last time I seen them. So I try to do the like, I think that's this person.
You gotta like squint.
But it's wild. I think that I might go and just go see the old crew and be like, hey, I don't know you, but I got a better job than you do. So
isn't that the worst? Like, does that ever happen to you at work? Is your work big enough? Well, I guess maybe either way. Like, somebody walks up to you at work and they're like, "Hey, Ray," and you just have to be like, "Hey, you."
It happens to me more now than it used to.
Yeah.
Before I became a senior manager, like before I kind of joined the exec team, you know what I mean? I was around a lot. It's like I kind of knew everybody from the front line.
Yeah.
Even as a manager, like I knew everybody because we were constantly like shifting in and out of offices. When I went like up to the senior management level, I kind of like now I work at a head office, so I don't even work with the front line. I've lost touch, and we have a ton of offices. Like they're, you know what I mean? They're across like 6 different cities or 7 different cities, 2 different regions, 3 different regions now. You know what I mean? So it's like we only see each other once a year at a big, and we call it the Innovation Summit.
Yep.
And a lot of people, but people know me because we have like an all staff once a month, and it's on, and I always give like my updates from my department, and like the senior managers all give their department updates. So like everybody knows me because I talk, but I only see people maybe once, twice a year. We do an SMT, like we call it the senior management team. We do an SMT meet and greet when people are first hired. Mm-hmm. But like when I don't see them for a year, I don't remember.
Right. Yeah.
So it's tough. But I wish I did. I've actually made one of my New Year's resolutions for work is to spend more time at all the offices, like get out of head office and go work at a different offices. So far, I haven't left the head office, but you know, it's going well.
Good stuff. Should we talk about the Patriots?
Yeah. I actually have things to talk about. I actually made notes, Mike.
I did the thing you normally do. I had to. You gave me an opening.
What's that?
You usually do that. Like after we rant for about 45 minutes, you're like, should we talk about the
Patriots? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Thomas, for coming in. He said Kevin Stefanski to Baltimore, Tomlin to Cleveland, Harbaugh to Pittsburgh. That would be baller. The AFC North has a chance here to do something really fucking cool.
Spin the bottle.
I'm trying to figure out where I want to start.
While you figure that out, I will just say that Tomlin news today was surprising, but not like kind of like the Belichick news about 2 years ago.
Do you think he was fired, or do you think they gave him the chance to step down, like Belichick stepped down?
I think it was unlike what the Crafts did. I think this was mutual. I think he's going like, listen, this needs a reboot. I'm going to step down. You guys can retain my rights. That way, if anybody approaches you for a trade, you'll get something. I've been with this organization for 20 years. It'll be like a reward for both of us, basically.
I think that the city turned on him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he knew that.
Yep.
And I agree. I think it was time. If Mike Vrabel was not the coach of the New England Patriots, I would be writing campaign letters to Robert Kraft right now to sign Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Like, there's a part of me, Mike, that if they decided to fire Vrabel and bring in Tomlin, I would be shocked. And I might be a little upset because of what Vrabel's done for this culture. But I wouldn't be, like, mad. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be upset. But I wouldn't be mad if they did that. Any other coach in the NFL, they did that for Harbaugh or, like, brought back Belichick or some shit, I'd be mad. Yeah. But I wouldn't be mad. I like Tomlin.
In a hypothetical world, if you told me, like, Vrabel had to, like, step aside for whatever reason, because right now Mike Vrabel's, and they were like, oh, we're going to get Tom, I'd be like, absolutely. Like, that's fine with me.
Yeah, absolutely. How about them Patriots, fellas? Great, I don't care what happens this season was a success, period. Yeah. And you and I actually shared that sentiment via text message on Sunday night. Can I go on a little rant before we get there, though?
Yeah, absolutely. I always expect you to.
So I'm gonna put this back on the table.
Yeah.
Just so we don't forget to go back here. I want to talk to NFL schedule makers, Mike.
Do it.
I am turning 40 years old this year. Okay? August 19th, 1986 would have been 40 years to the day that I was born.
Wow.
I work on Monday mornings. 8:30 p.m. Sunday games for the playoffs, especially where I have to watch the entire game, is ludicrous. Ludicrous. At the same time, thank you for giving the Texans a Monday night football game and giving them a crazy short week.
Yep.
And then still scheduling the Patriots for Sunday. I love you.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd go down this road because this was a little thing that made me smile today. I was like, and we'll get into the dynamics of the game, but I was like, okay, the Patriots kind of have an extra day here. I was like, I like this.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Okay, so let's go back to this comment here.
Sure.
How about them Patriots, fellas?
Hell yeah.
I don't care what happens. This season was a success, period. And I think we talked about that last week. We said even if they lose, we're going to walk away and say this was a successful season.
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody go back and watch our week 1 preseason game before the Raiders. That was our first show of the year.
Yep.
And we talked about floors and ceilings. And I said a absolute ceiling of 9 wins. Probably more of a 7 or 8 win team.
Yep.
Mike had around the same number.
I think I said, did I say 10 at the time, or was I being more pessimistic? We'll go back and look.
I don't think either of us said double digits.
Yeah.
This team won 14 games this year, Mike.
It's incredible to think about. First of all, doing this, the season feels like it's gone so much faster with the winning. And again, I'm back to now that they're winning, I can be in full blown pessimist mode about every game. So for me, that makes it go by quicker too, because I'm it reminds me a lot of Brady, the Brady era, or I should say dynasty, right?
Yep.
They won, but we could have played so much better. And you see the faults and the flaws, and it just kind of the season just moves differently than oh, we're in October and we're talking about the draft, and I don't really care about the draft in October.
So I don't remember when. I'm going to.
Well, you figure that out.
I was gonna look at a YouTube video because it's important to this.
Yeah. So I was just gonna. Oh, sorry. I didn't. I thought you were gonna keep.
No.
Okay.
I made a YouTube video for this channel early in the season.
Yep.
And I said what I believe was a fair point and fair criticism at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I said that the biggest liability on the New England Patriots was Ramondre Stevenson.
Yep.
And I don't think it was unfair to say that. It was probably after the Pittsburgh game. It had to.
I was going to say the fumbles after the 2 fumbles after the Pittsburgh game were devastating.
And they had fumbled footballs. He had fumbled footballs before that game.
Yep.
And it was just it was the same old shit, rinse, wash, repeat that we've seen since Bill Belichick was the head coach.
Right.
And I was done with Ramondre Stevenson. We had Gibson.
Yep.
We had Travion. Mm-hmm. It was get rid of this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Not just last night. Or Sunday night, I should say. Not just Sunday night, where he was the absolute MVP of that game.
He was. He was phenomenal.
But I would say going down the stretch since coming back from injury, Ramondre Stevenson reminds me of LeGarrette Blount, the 2018 LeGarrette Blount, or 2016 LeGarrette Blount. Eagles comeback. We all know Brady. We all know what Brady did. We all knew what Jules did, the catch. We all know Martellus Bennett, Chris Hogan, the angry little dwarf, Danny Amendola.
He was at Gillette the other night.
They shouldn't let that elf in the stadium. Anyways, we all know those players.
Yep.
Jackie Slater, father of Matthew Slater. If you watch America's Game 2016 and listen to those mic'd up moments, he walks up to LeGarrette Blount after that game. And he says, I told Matthew, this team would only go as far as you took them. And I believe the same is about Ramondre Stevenson right now. I think when you need a spark, he's giving you a spark. When you need those hard downs, he give you down. But I'm watching that man play with intensity and physicality that we have not seen from him. And that could be the Vrabel effect. That could be the Josh McDaniels effect. Josh McDaniels loves physicality from his running backs. But the game that Ramondre Stevenson played against the Chargers on Sunday night, was, we'll get to the defense in a minute, who as a whole were the MVPs.
Yep.
But what I saw out of Ramondre Stevenson, I said, if the Patriots have any chance of getting through that Texans defense, because I want to remind everybody, that Chargers defense was no joke.
No.
That was a no-joke defense. That's why the Patriots scored 16 points.
Yeah, that's a good defense.
You can't, I don't care how good you are, when you're just getting run over, that has nothing to do with skill. And Ramondre Stevenson, Sunday night and all in the last couple of games before that, has been running people over. Reminds me of that blunt force trauma. And if this team were to pull off the impossible and go to the Super Bowl, it's going to be on the shoulders of that man, Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, he's we haven't seen him run like this since a combination of his rookie/freshman year. I think a lot of it, like you said, has to do with that injury in the sense of like he's not usually this fresh this time of the year because of two things. They haven't had a good complimentary back in about 2 years, so they've just been running him to hell. And like really that's it. It's all about him being the complimentary back. He got some time off too, which is obviously helping. His legs are fresher, but his contact balance, like we haven't seen that in 3 years out of him. And we were kind of like, where was that? Like the guy who would always be like, okay, I'm gonna hit the pile and keep moving. So I totally agree with you. I think it's been refreshing. They needed to find a run game because without it, they weren't going to go anywhere in these playoffs.
No, I agree. And just to build off, I don't even know if Blunt ever got a pass thrown to him. I know he did. Yeah. Relax, everybody. But yeah, his contributions in the passing game too, like being that outlet, being that dump guy, that check down guy. For Drake May, I think as you've got the Texans defense coming up, and possibly the Denver defense coming up, I think those checkdowns become that much more important.
I agree.
I also think, and I love Trey, and he had some plays, man. He had some plays on Sunday night. That run down the sideline, tiptoeing. He had some plays.
Yep.
But Ramondre Stevenson, I think, has exposed him to who the true number one back is on this team.
Yeah, at least right now. And I'm not going to say that, like you said, I will be fair and say I think this Patriots team or Patriots offense will go as far as the run game carries them because I think Travion Henderson does enough.
I'm not dogging on Travion Henderson. You know.
No, I know.
I was so excited when they drafted Travion Henderson. And all year I've been fucking rooting for this kid.
Right.
But for the first time probably this season in a game, I felt more comfortable with Stevenson in the backfield. Now, what I loved was, they did it a couple times on some trickery plays, when they had them both in the backfield.
Yes, yep.
I think it was a third or fourth down run by Stevenson. But they had him like lined up like as a split back. And they had like a split back, but they had like but it was weird because they were a split back, but they had like Travion lined up behind Maye, like he was almost on him. So you could see everybody bit on it. To me, it looked like Stevenson was going to come in for the block, crack a block, do the crack block, come in on the other side, and Trey ends up going right and taking out the linebacker, and fucking Stevenson runs for it's like an 8 or 9 yard run. They needed like 1 yard. He picked up like 9. Number one, first of all, shout out to Josh McDaniels. Like, forget even calling that play, to even design that play it's not often, Mike. Like, I'm not a professional athlete by any means, but it is not often that I get confused about it, like what's happening in the play, and I got confused for a minute there what was happening. So I can only imagine what the defense was going through, trying to figure out who the hell has the football.
Yeah. I kind of jokingly said to you after like one goofy play last night,
I hate Josh.
Yeah, just because like on that one play, but I was like the rest of the game he's kind of been in his bag. So
The problem was you caught it at a time that I was so pissed off at the offensive line that I
yeah.
didn't take the joke.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, Josh has been doing a great job of play calling. I think he's been doing a good job of protecting the offense too. Knowing that the left side of his offensive line had trouble last night. And let's be honest, Drake May didn't have a great first half, and by didn't have a great first half, it was pretty bad.
So we're only going half an hour tonight, guys. So this has gone fast. If we were doing an hour, we'd be at 6 minutes right now and out of content to talk about. Will Campbell played like shit. Can we just say what it was? Like, he had a horrible game. Whether he was just completely outmatched, or he was a rookie playing in the playoffs, or he still got rust after his injury. He got absolutely dominated on the line of scrimmage, and so did Jared Wilson. I mean, that left side looked like, but they look like second string rookies that weren't supposed to start, but the guys got hurt, so they came in. I don't think the Patriots get away with this game if they do this against the Texans. I think Drake May is going to look like what Justin Herbert looked like last night or Sunday night as the Patriots just hammered him in the backfield. They got to figure out something with Will Campbell. Do something, man. He was stood up. If you watched him on every play, there was even another play that he got backed into Drake May, so Drake May had to step up in the pocket when he really didn't have to. And
yeah,
it was the left side of the line was brutal, and I'm going to say the right side of the line held up pretty well.
Yeah, Morgan Moses did it. And it's a little bit of a mismatch because weight comparison-wise, like Mike Onwenu is huge, Morgan Moses is huge and older, so they just have more weight on them. There were a couple times Will Campbell did okay. Like, listen, you're going against Khalil Mack. He's a Pro Bowler. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to get had once in a while. But to your point, like, with Anderson and Danielle Hunter next week, like, it's a good dress rehearsal because – Josh McDaniels needs to know, like, okay, what do I need to do? And they kind of need to know, like, okay, we need to play better.
I would be bootlegging everything. Mm-hmm. And if I'm the Patriots, honest to God, I'm coming out. I don't care if it's 3rd and 12. Like, the first half, I'm running the football.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even throwing. I am running the football as best I can, because if they can't set up play action, if they can't set up some trickery, if they can't make the defense drop back, you know what I mean, or come in, they're fucked, dude. And do we have news on Gonzo?
We do not yet. So this is, and I'll kind of segue into this because we talked about this. This is going to be the biggest game where they miss Mac Collins. I think by a mile. I think they really missed him this last week. I think they kind of got exposed. I think the Chargers gave you the blueprint to beat them. Like, okay, we're just going to cover up Diggs. All the other receivers are really mid. We'll kind of throw some coverage to Hunter Henry, and you're really going to struggle. Good luck.
Yeah. That being said, this is how football games can change, right? Like, this is how perspectives can change. I want you to imagine he hits Austin Hooper and doesn't overthrow him.
Right.
Right? Now we're talking about a Patriots team that put up 24 points or 22 points rather than 16. Now we're talking about, hey, that Patriots offense held up pretty good against
Right.
Drake, sorry, people, he didn't have a great game.
No.
Drake May didn't have a great game. But just like Justin Herbert didn't play like shit, because I'm going to credit the Patriots defense for a lot of what happened.
Yeah.
And shout out to the Patriots secondary, not just not just Gonzalez, because nobody could get open. No, and that's a team with Keenan Allen. That's a team with some serious dudes, and nobody could get open. because the Patriots pass rush wasn't getting home. For a long time, that pass rush was brutal.
No, the whole first half, they really didn't do anything.
They were sending 5 guys and couldn't get to the quarterback. He had all day to throw. Milton Williams finally kind of like got his game legs back and had a couple huge plays.
I think they were trying to be like weirdly conservative, like in the first half, and like contain them. Plus, it's a stamina thing. Do you want them going like all out all game? No.
Yeah.
You know.
So there were some good things to take away. There were some bad things to take away from the game. I think that Sunday, the Houston game is going to be very, very interesting. Also, I didn't like again, we talk about hindsight, right? If the Chargers have 9 points on the board and not 6 points on the board, you know, things start to change in how you start calling a game. Maybe Hunter Henry doesn't get hit down the seams. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Maybe the Patriots don't kick a field goal because right after that big stop, they marched down the field and kicked a field goal, right? Like, it changes games. Listen, I love aggressive football. You know that. One of the things that drove me crazy about Bill Belichick was he never went for it on 4th down.
Yep.
Ever, ever, ever. I don't care if you're playing Drake Maye, Mac Jones, Tom Brady, Jacoby Brissett. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Drew Bledsoe, Michael Bishop. You know what I mean?
Name the guy.
Babe Pirelli. I don't care who you're playing. I'm from Toronto. I hate the Boston Red Sox. I hate the Boston Bruins. I hate the Celtics. There is no sports city in the postseason better than Boston. There is not. No. There is no fan base better than Boston. I hate when the Raptors have to play the Celtics. I would never want them to have to play. I would hate to play the Red Sox in the postseason. You guys are ruthlessly relentless. You know what I mean? If they had to play the Blue Jays.
Yep.
You were on the road in Foxborough Stadium in February. You kick the mother effing field goal.
Right.
You don't go for... I'm sorry. You don't. You absolutely don't. That stadium was in a frenzy, dude. I haven't heard Gillette like that. It's been a long time. I was waiting for number 12 to come running out of the tunnel because that's how revved up that stadium was.
Yeah, that stadium, from all accounts, it was about as loud as it's ever been. Which says something.
My boy Doug Kide said that on the it was like a fumble or something. The press box was shaking.
Yeah,
shaking. Yep. You take the points. I don't understand why Harbaugh goes for it there. And I love aggressive football. Take the points and kick the field goal. Could have changed the game to me. Because now you take the 3 points. Drake May's like, you know what I mean? You kick off to the Patriots. No, what do? You let the defense just fire everybody up. Now, the Patriots, granted, only kick a field goal off that play, but you went down 3-0 instead of going up 3-0. Right. And in those kind of games, in a 16-6 game, that's the difference. That's the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think with Jim Harbaugh, this is a bad look for him. They scapegoated the offensive coordinator. You know, today they fired him. And listen, like, Greg Roman's known for this. He's kind of one and done with the Harbaughs wherever he goes because he's not good at a pass game. But, like, he looked like he had no feel for that game on Sunday. Mike Vrabel looked like he was, like a 35-year-old coaching against an 80-year-old. That's what it looked like.
100%. Okay, I've got 2 more points I want to make that I want to get to before we leave.
Yep.
I'm going to start with this one, and I got a good one to finish off with.
Okay.
So I got a lot of what we talked about tonight from Twitter, like posts, right?
Yeah.
However, With 11:38 left in the second quarter, I got a text message from a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
The message was very simple. They're not winning this. Mike, do you want to tell everybody who that friend was?
Listen. Okay, I knew that the sound effect was coming. Okay, I just like I'm just gonna say it. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I fully expected Drake May to play like this and throw the game away. Like I said this to you all week. It's gonna be like the Pittsburgh game in week 3 or 4, whatever it was, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, exactly.
Where is it? There it is. Yeah, right now.
Yeah, it was me.
They're not. There it is, Mike.
Yeah.
They're not winning this.
Yeah,
I got you that screenshot, then I forgot to use the video.
bastard. It's okay. It's sad how little faith I have in this team, but it's still the tale of two halves, man. They do not put a full game together, which I fully believe is going to burn them, whether it be this week, next week, whenever.
So, this is going to sound like I'm conceding the game already and already just building myself up for a devastating loss on Sunday.
Yeah.
But this is the absolute truth.
Yeah.
If the New England Patriots season finishes Sunday night in Foxborough, I think we can all agree it was a successful season. No yammering or yip-yapping from any Buffalo Bills fan is going to get under my skin because they're not winning the Super Bowl. And that's going to make me laugh. Because if they thought that, and for only the 33rd time in their history, the Jaguars are not going to win the Super Bowl, if they think they're going to get off that lightly, they've got another thing going. But more importantly, Mike, and I heard this on one of the talk shows this week, and they didn't go into it. It was just a very brief mention, and they kept going. I think it was Nick Wright who said it. But I think it's very important. I think it's something that we haven't talked about. Do you know what we haven't talked a lot about this season, Mike?
What haven't we talked about?
Because my last year on the show, we talked about it a lot. Okay? Before I went on my hiatus, like the old rendition of Dear Pats Nation, we talked about it a lot. Do you know what Connor and I talked about a lot too that we haven't talked about really much this season?
What?
We haven't talked a lot about Brady and Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what Mike Vrabel and Drake May have done, and what they did this season, is we were able to move on from the Brady Belichick era.
Yep.
And enter the Vrabel May era.
I agree.
And I can put a 100% guarantee. Is that Bobby? Is that Bobby?
Holy moly.
Is that Bobby? What's going on, man? I can put a 100% guarantee. We are going to have no repeats of what Belichick and Brady did.
Yeah.
Not even close. But we can finally move on from the golden era of the dynasty because we've entered the May Belichick era.
Vrabel,
fuck. May.
Almost.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones Vrabel era. No. We've entered the May Vrabel era. And what this was the clip, eh? Like this was the fucking clip, and you
trashed it.
and I fucking walked.
Do you want to reset?
I walked along. Okay, everybody go away and come back. One thing, no. We've moved on. We have ushered in a new era of New England Patriots football. This isn't the Mac Jones era. I had little to no faith in Mac Jones. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I'm a Belichick fanboy. And even I was saying to you, it's time to move on from Bill Belichick.
Yes. Yep.
And we hardly talked about them at all this season. But we talked about them insensibly. We talked about it insensely. We didn't stop until this season because we started watching what this team could be and what they could do.
Can I tell you, like, it's great that you brought this up, and you kind of mentioned the clip, but the clip that hit the internet like yesterday and today of Mike Vrabel, like Milton Williams gets that sack to finish the game, like. In the past, like with Mac Jones and Mayo and all that, like I would have been like, what would Belichick do here? What would Vrabel or what would Brady have done? And it's like, in that moment, I'm like, this is Vrabel's team now. This is Maye's team, and he's just revved up. That stadium is revved up, and you're right. This is the future. It's awesome.
Bob makes a good point. He says, dude, what they have done this year is truly impressive. Vrabel really has this team pulling together in a way I haven't seen in a long, long time. And I agree. We haven't seen this. And even at the end of the Belichick era, there was a lot of lack of cohesiveness. I'm just making up words now. There was a lack of cohesiveness. What they've done this year has been amazing. I've loved them ushering in this new era. Bobby, I don't know if I should be saying this on air or not. Are we good? Like, Bobby, do we have a clean bill of health? Like, because it's been a while since we talked, and I don't think we follow each other on my new Twitter account. Like, are we good? You're still here, which is a very positive sign. Bobby was he was very open about it. Bobby was dealing with cancer, right? And going through treatments and stuff. So I'm hoping that his next message, he's probably gone now, but I'm hoping his next message is
these guys are boring already.
Is clean. But yeah, no, I'm so happy that we have moved on to the new era of New England Patriots football, the new era of what we can do here, and we can reminisce and enjoy the old times.
Yeah.
But just like you said, we no longer have to talk about Brady and Belichick for content, because there was times in the past that was the only content I could come up with.
Yeah. That win against the Chargers, like, yeah, I know they're banged up, whatever. It's just like to win one playoff game so that people aren't just going, oh, you're frauds for the next. Nice, man.
Let's go.
Congratulations.
On everything. Getting married, body cancer-free. Love you. Are you still on Twitter? Look for me. I'll look for you on Twitter. I should have done it already. It's a new account. My old account got suspended and gone, and love you. Anyways, we got a split. Yeah. That was the best news to sign off with. We'll be back next Monday, hopefully. Yep. Sorry about last night, guys. That was on me. I got pulled into a project that turned into an all-nighter. And I've been working since 5:30 this morning. So you guys are kind of like I didn't know if I could make it tonight, but I was like, I can't bail on them 2 nights in a row.
Yep.
So appreciate y'all. We'll be back next week. Go Patriots.
Yep.
Mike, tell me about them. Oh. Do you have Instagram? Do you have something? How am I going to talk to you, Bobby? How am I going to talk to you? All right.
DM him on YouTube.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
I don't think there's YouTube DMs.
There is.
Okay, look me up. RAYRAUTH. You'll see me.
Oh, there you go.
Add me on there. We'll talk, buddy. I want to catch up because I honest to God have thought about you. You can ask Mike. I've said that I needed to find out what's going on with you. So,
yep.
Look me up and he's got it there. Okay, I'll add you. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Mike. Tell me about those Patriots.
They're gonna be legit, kid.
Dear Pats Nation, it's just about time. Yeah, we're back. You know it's Dear Pats Nation, nation, nation. Yeah, it's Dear Pats Nation, nation, nation. Come on. Yeah, it's Dear Pats Nation. And the show starts in 3, 2, 1, go.